This is part 2 of the test 2 practice test. And let's flip back over here to Word and see what it says. And this is the wrong one. Okay, this looks better. We've created a screen rectangle. We're positioning the sprite at the correct size and location. The origin should be the middle of the image, which it is. We haven't made it rotate continuously. Okay, so and then set the initial position to the middle of the screen. Okay, well, it looks like we need to rotate it, and we also need to get the response to the left thumbstick's X and Y motions. Okay, so let's make it rotate. So I want to put something in update here, and Elvis dot rotation plus equals and 0.01 f semicolon. Let's try that and we'll see how it works out. And then the other thing we need to do here is we need to read in the gamepad, which I have not allowed for up here in my variable declaration. So gamepad state pad 1 comma previous pad 1. Okay, and now let's go down to and okay, I'm going to leave this first part, just get rid of that first part, and I'm going to read pad 1 gamepad dot get state, whoops, too soon. Okay. That's probably supposed to be a capital P. There, now we're good. And now I just need to move the guy. So if pad 1 dot thumbsticks dot x is, I'm sorry, left 1 dot x is less than 0, then I want to move Elvis to the left. So Elvis dot position dot x minus minus. Okay, I didn't say anything about percentages here, just 1 pixel per tick. So if pad 1 thumbsticks dot left dot x is greater than 0, then I want to add 1 onto x. And then we'll do the y direction. Okay, it means we want to go up, which means we have to subtract from the y. And if pad 1 dot is less than 0, then that means we want add on to y. So now let's give it a shot. Forgot another semicolon. Okay, now let's run it. Elvis should appear in the middle again, and he should also be slowly rotating. And if I push left, he should move left. If I push right, he should move right. If I push up, he goes up. And if I push down, okay, I wasn't pushing straight down. There we go. So that all appears to work. Now let's go back and see what else we have to do. Let's go back. And I want, so I've done this stuff, I've done this stuff, and this should, we'll just cross that out so we know I've done it. And do not allow the middle sprite to move off the screen, so half of it can disappear on the edge. Okay, well that is going to be the position. So after I move it here, if Elvis.position.x is less than screen.left, then move it back to screen.left. And same thing on the other side. Other side would be right. And we're talking about the center here, so I really don't need to worry about you know, backing up the width of my sprite or anything like that. And then on the top, there's a mistake. That's supposed to be X. And then on the top, that Y is less than top, then bring it back to the top. And then check, see if it went off the bottom. If it did, bring him back. Okay, now let's run it and see if we can keep him on the screen. Oh, he starts off on the right side of the screen. Well, we have a problem here, don't we? And I can't move him any further. So let's go back and check and see what I did wrong back here. Now, the only code that I added was this, and I checked for the wrong direction here. See if it's greater than. Now let's try it. Big difference. Okay, I'm going to push him as far right as I can go. And he stops there. I'm going to push him up as far as he can go. And I'm going to push him over here as far as he can go. And we're not going to worry about the fact that part of him is off, and we can see that part that's off. That's not a problem. Although in my problem description, I think I was assuming we'd be like doing the whole screen, and then part of Elvis would be off the screen. So I'm moving him across the bottom. Now he should stop when he gets to the lower right hand corner, which would be have moved him all the way around the box. So he is staying on the screen, at least the center of him is staying on the screen. Okay, now let's go and go back to Word. Okay, and it's not really disappearing, it is going off the screen. Okay, use the X button to play a sound, and the volume of the sound is going to be determined by the X coordinate. Okay, and so there we go. Okay, we need to import a sound here. So let's go look for a sound that's been an existing item. And I have a folder here with, let's check out Sound Lab and see if there's anything in here that's interesting. Let's check out our explosions, and we'll do explosion 1 and we'll add that. Okay. And now I want some sound effect variables. So let's go to the end of this stuff and so we need a sound effect, and we need a sound effect instance. Okay. And then down here we need to load the sound. So you have to load it, and you have to create an instance. Oops, wrong one. I want the lowercase s. Sound effect dot create instance. Okay. And the only thing we really care about is the volume. So down here we said to check for the X button. Buttons.x dot previous. An extra S in there. It's singular button state, not buttons state. Okay, so if that happens, then what I want to do is I want to take my sound effect instance and I want to play it. Okay. But before I do that, I have to figure out the volume. So let's go back up to the top, and volume needs to be a floating point number. Let's not play it before we set our parameters. So equals, and what I want to do is I want to take the Elvis's x coordinate, position dot x, okay, minus screen dot left, and then I want to divide by screen dot width. Let's do float on that, otherwise it's just going to get 0 all the time. And now let's give it a try. And I just hit X, and you probably can't hear that, but it was actually pretty loud. Now I'm going to move way over here, and I push X and nothing happens. And I move it about a fourth of the way here. That's pretty loud. That's louder. I have to wait for it to fade out. That's really loud. This one's probably going to blow my eardrums out. So that appears to be working, and I'm sure you can't hear the sound on the microphone because it's just going to my headphone speakers, but you can try it with your own sound effect and your own program, and it should work. Okay, now let's go back. Actually, let's stop this program, and that might be a good place to stop the video as well.